Listen, there's a lot of great jig heads on the market. I love mine, my Jigman products. They come in two types. There's a ball head, which is a round jig head, and a worm nose. It's a double spur with a flat back on it. Very, very good profile jig head. You can buy them on the Jigman website, which is thejigman.com.au, or alternatively, a lot of tackle stores around Australia are starting to carry them now, especially in Victoria. So have a look around, see if you can find the Jigman products. The addresses where you can find those stores is on our website. So get out there and have a look. You'll love them. Half the price, just as good. A jig here. Put it in the middle and just thread him through, and then pull it out in the middle like that and push it forward. Now I'll show you why. So if we have a look at that there, you can see that there, it's got a nice flat nose up against the head, and then it comes out the back, and it's a very, very well presented plastic, so it'll wobble around in the water and you can have a ball with it. Some people will do things like, I'll just turn that up there for you, but they'll actually run it through on an angle and short change their plastic so they sit like that. It gives you a better hookup rate, but it also gives you a far higher hookup rate on things like weed and debris that's laying in the water. So it's important. That is a perfect laid out plastic there. It represents, right, 1/3 of the way up the lure, the hook comes out. So it's really, really nice. It's a very, very good representation of how a jig head needs to be put onto a soft plastic bait. But you have other options, and it's really important that when you make that decision to put your soft plastic on a jig head and stick it in the water, that you have a look at your conditions first. If you're in, let's say, 3-4 meters of water and you've got a 1 knot current,
just work with it.
I'm working with it. That was my phone. Good timing. If you're in 3-4 meters of water and you've got, let's say, a 1.5 knot current, you may want to be fishing something that's a little bit larger in head size, like a 1/4 ounce or a 5/16, to get it to the bottom. There are other couple of factors in this. Long, thin, slender, soft plastics cut through the water easier and move to the bottom quicker. So in a situation where you have got a little bit of current, using a curly tail grub, you'll need more weight to get it to the bottom because there's more drag, so it'll take a lot longer to get there. And with your thinner stuff, it'll go straight to the bottom. So you can actually lighten the weight up a little bit and get some really good quality, lightweight jig fishing happening with your soft plastics. It's a really, really important thing. Just to remember, play with it, see how you go. If it takes a little bit longer to get to the bottom, quite often, it can be the difference between catching fish and not catching fish. So just keep that one in mind. I have worked